Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we have a reanimation pack for the combat rifle and the combat shotgun, but it does more than add reanimations. It does do that. We'll show that off first, but it also kind of changes up how attachments work, accuracy, just kind of rebalances the combat rifle and the combat shotgun and gives them some other benefits. So obviously the reanimations, let's start with that. This is the combat rifle, so we can shoot this off here. This is actually reduced rate of fire. This is the new reload animation for it. It looks nice and clean. Probably better than the default one. This is the combat shotgun. As you see here, you can get some big chunky shots off there. Same animation, right? They both kind of reload the same. They're based off the same gun, right? Like one just shoots shotgun shells and the other shoots, very different types of bullets. So what we could do here, though, is we could change all different kinds of things, like attachments-wise, about these weapons as well. So there's some interesting things in here for this. This is like an overhaul, kind of, to an extent. So what we could do here with the combat rifle is obviously we made it a slow rate of fire. You can make it your default rate of fire. You do gain a little bit of accuracy for slow rate of fire, and like it says there, it's slower rate of fire to save bullets. So you don't want to shoot as fast. This is obviously as a automatic. This is automatic version default. It can change that. So obviously, if you put it at semi-auto, same thing applies. So let's just quickly do that real quick. Calibrated powerful receiver. So the fire rate's 26 right now. But obviously, as you can see here, we could change that rate of fire to the default back up to 33. So we could have it slightly slower. I'll show that off here in a second. We're gonna go through a lot of things here. This is a big overhaul mod. There's a lot of things to go through. So we got the shotgun that's equipped, the combat rifle here. This is the slow, like as fast as I can possibly pull the trigger. It's fairly slow, but it's like to help you be more accurate and stuff, so you don't like go crazy and spam it. But maybe you want to, so you just put, obviously, if you want to do that, you would just put your default rate of fire back on. It's still not fast, obviously, in semi-auto mode. This might be better to compare in full auto mode. We'll do that too. As you see, it's faster though. I can get some rounds cranked out of here. It's like doing like a stutter where sometimes it like bursts. That's fucking weird. Or maybe it's just like the way I'm pulling the trigger. I don't know. That was weird though. Let's show it off though in a fully automatic version. Just put my powerful automatic receiver again. So now we have the default rate of fire back on this thing. Sounds nice and meaty. Fully auto, eating some bullets, chewing through them. Gotta reload rapidly all the time. So we'll put that slow rate of fire on the automatic version here, and then we'll compare it. We'll see what it looks like here, real fast. We'll just be like, and you remember, it's like nice and slow. It's meaty or chunky. You still got the full auto fire, but it doesn't use as much bullets. It's just nicer. You could tap fire with this automatic version easier, right? Like the fire rate's slow enough to where you can get a little burst out and be more accurate and save bullets that way. Other things we can do with the combat rifle, let's just go through the combat rifle and then we'll go into the combat shotgun. So besides changing the rate of fire, we can also give the weapon a damage modifier now. Right now it's a default, but you can obviously standard damage 211. This is maxed out perks, maxed out rifleman perk, which is relevant here. Or I guess this is commando because it's fully automatic. But you can do all the way up more to 200% more. So you can make it overpowered if you want with this mod. That's up to you. You can also change up the ammunition type to 10mm, 5.56, 4.5, and .38. There's some of these, I forget which one of these are vanilla, because I've actually been playing with this mod for a long time. But there's a new one in there, I know that for sure. And that's the main changes here, is you can change the rate of fire, and you can make the weapon more powerful. The combat shotgun's got a lot more different stuff going on here, so let's get into that. This is automatic, obviously, so this is with high explosive ammo. This is one of the things you can change. You can change high explosive ammo. You can do the default buckshot. High explosive obviously does the most, and then slugs. We'll show off the slugs and compare these things. And there's like I said, there's a lot going on here to kind of show off and compare. But if you guys want me to be thorough, I imagine, and get through all this stuff. So this is the slugs. This is gonna be one meaty chunky shot, as you see. It's just one slug. It's just all the shell is compressed into one little thing, and it's going to be really accurate and be good at range. It's almost like a semi-auto rifle. I mean, this is actually fully auto though, so we can chunk out. That is loud as shit. Oh my god, I love shotguns. I like it's just like listening to the fucking metal music where it's just like, yeah, scream at me. So we can obviously do that. Let's compare that real quick to the buckshot ammo. We'll get into the rest of the changes you could do here with the combat shotgun in a little bit. There's a lot of changes here on this particular combat shotgun. So this is the regular chunky spread shot. You see, not as tight, but you're shooting more bullets at once. It does do more damage in slug mode though. And like I said, fully auto, so you can kind of just spray at things, right? That's if you prefer that. But also we have the high explosive, so like obviously that's going to be like your kaboomy shot. So we'll test that out too. We have some more things to test out as well. But let's put the high explosive ammo on that, which just does the most damage. The other things added with this particular one is the same fire rate thing. So we have the faster rate of fire. This one is different, so default to faster. So we have the faster rate of fire. We'll show off the default one in a second. We'll compare those two. And then we also, I don't think there's any other changes though, right? That's it. That is it, I believe. Oh, there's two more changes. I got to think about all these things that are going on here. Okay, so we have the high explosive ammo. Let's show this off real quick. So this obviously explodes, so it's got an area of effect damage type of thing going to it. And you can ham it out. This is killing everything as fast as you possibly can. And I love it. I love this shotgun. But let's put it back on the default to compare it, so you guys can get a little comparison there. This is what it normally is like compared to what this mod allows with the faster rate of fire on the shotgun. So this is your default full auto. I mean, this is like tap fire, right? Like, I never liked full auto on the shotguns, the combat shotgun here because of that, because it's just like I could tap that fast, and semi-auto always does more damage than fully automatic. But now with this mod, you can actually put fully auto on, crick out that fast rate of fire. We'll compare these two. We're gonna compare all this stuff because I like to be thorough. It's like for science and shit. Science, bitch. But you throwing some shells out, but you is getting some fucking shells down range with this mod. But we can also compare here. What we'll do is we'll put on just some kind of advanced receiver. I mean, this might even be. So we have the advanced receiver. This is semi-auto. You can crank that out too. I was wrong. This is fast. This is with a fast rate of fire. You can just like blow a wall open. I mean, with explosive shells, right? You're just like really laying into some shit. And then we'll compare this semi-auto version, obviously, to the semi-auto default fire rate version, like the base game vanilla fire rate, which is not as good. 26 compared to 53. It's practically doubled. I mean, it is doubled number-wise anyway. I'm like pulling the trigger as fast as I can. You can probably hear me pulling the trigger faster than the gun shooting, and that's all you get. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. So another thing, I believe the last thing, I may have missed something. I apologize if I missed something about this mod. There's a lot of things to cover. But this mod changes up the ammo rate for different magazine attachments. So obviously we have the quick eject jump mag here on the shotgun, and we only get 15 rounds, I believe. Let's take we got that on there real quick. We have 15 rounds. So real quick, we can show off the differences here. I believe it just scales down. So jump mag is obviously 15 rounds as a quick eject. So the medium mag is 10, and then the regular, yeah, no, this is 5. This is your medium magazine. You could crank through 5 rounds really fast. But they've nerfed this. This is for the combat shotgun. This is a lower value than it previously was, because it doesn't make sense that you could hold all of those shotgun shells in a drum mag of that size. It's just like it's not immersive. It's not realistic, and we don't like those things around here. So a small mag, if a medium is 5, what's a small mag like? 4? So there's actually not that much benefit to upgrading to a medium, I would say. Like just one extra shell. I don't know if that buys you a lot for like the crafting materials you put into that thing. Obviously, the most superior one is still the drum mag, and that's from vanilla, but like it's the nerfed version of being the most superior. So that's 15. We also have the same thing, not on this, on the combat rifle. So let's just equip that real quick and see what the drum mag is like, and then we'll show off the other 2 different magazine variants, and that'll be it. I mean, this I believe is, depending on, see, this also depends. This is the 5.56 ammo, so we get 50 rounds in our drum mag. Let's just quickly show off what that's like with different mags. This is going to be long, you guys. I'm getting into it here, okay? So we also have a large mag. This is a lot more variants, too. So we have a large mag here. 30 rounds. Then we get I think 20 rounds, like we could just, like this is 20 rounds on a medium mag, and then like a small is 10. Yeah, let's just assume that. I mean, I'm not going to click on it, like let's just assume that. But what happens here if we change up the type of ammunition? So for example, we got the 5.56, which is the most powerful ammunition, but what if we make it 10 millimeter? We currently have the medium mag, which is 20. I guess it is the same. So it is the same. So no matter what kind of ammunition, I would assume you're getting the same type of mag. So 10 for default, 20 for medium, 30 for large, and then 50 for drum. I believe that's slightly lower than the base game. I do not quite recall, but so I think that's different. And I think that's all this changes in this mod. Even though it just says a reanimation mod, there's a lot of shit going on in this particular one. And I hope I've covered it at least somewhat halfway thoroughly. So you guys get all the information that there is there. There may be something I missed. Like I said, I apologize if I missed it. But it is a really complete mod. Completely overhauls the combat rifle and combat shotgun. Makes the combat shotgun like my favoriteest thing ever in the entire world. Because explosive shells are the best. And you make it meatier and chunkier, and it's just better in every way. I like it a lot. Plus the reanimation does look cool, but that's not even the main focus of the mod, because all the attachments and stuff I think is the cooler way you can go about it. If you guys are interested in this mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page. You can download this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, I'd greatly appreciate a like rating down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day or entertainment be, and I'll see you in the next episode.